Greetings everyone, my name is KG Prestige and welcome back to another Pokemon the series XY&Z anime discussion, and today we are going to be talking about movie number 19 because not so very long ago in Pokenchi we received a massive amount of information regarding the Magearna movie, so in case you do not want to be spoiled, I'm just giving you a heads up. But yeah, there are quite a couple of things that was showcased in Pokenchi that I wanted to talk about, and there are some pretty exciting events that will be going down within this movie. I cannot wait for this movie to officially release. Unfortunately, Japan is going to be getting it next week, and the rest of us outside of Japan are going to have to wait until who knows how long until the movie actually releases, and that saddens me a lot because I really want to see this movie so badly. It looks like it's going to be a great movie. I heard that the length of the movie is like around 90 minutes or something like that, 95 minutes. I'm not exactly sure, but it's pretty long. They're using the extra time that would have been used on the Pikachu short to make this an extended movie, so I hope that's the case, and I hope that the extra time is used properly to make this a really fun movie to watch and an emotional one. But now let's go talk a little bit about some of the things that was showcased within this Pokenchi preview. Now I'm not going to talk about everything in particular, just a couple of things that I think caught my attention the most, and I just wanted to go and express my thoughts on it. Now, the first thing we get to see at the beginning of the Pokenchi preview is a battle between Ash and Clemont. Now, it wasn't exactly like a full minute like they showcased everything. No, it was like 4 seconds. You get to see Ash and his Pokemon just all ready and set to fight, and then there's Clemont commanding his Bunnelby to launch an attack, and that was the end of that. However, I do question whether this segment that we see of Ash vs. Clemont is going to be where the XY&Z movie theme song is going to take place, and if that's going to be the case, I'm okay with that. But anyway, moving along from that segment, we get to see Volcanion make its debut. It was launching out of the sky, crashes on Ash and Pikachu. Ash is now stuck with this mechanical thing we've seen earlier ago in previous trailers, and now is stuck with Volcanion. It can't exactly go that far apart from Volcanion. And there was a really funny segment right here. Two funny segments in particular. One where Volcanion launched some water at Ash and just basically launched Ash to the other side of the area. After that segment, we get to see Ash trying to get himself away from this device, but unfortunately, it doesn't exactly work in his favor. He gets himself just dragged on the floor. And there was another segment that happened after that where you get to see Volcanion running, and Ash is just trying to keep up with Volcanion. And it's just really great. I'm expecting a lot of comedy moments within this movie, especially due to the fact that we've seen other great comedy moments happen within previous trailers. You know, one with Clemont and Magearna, and you get to see Magearna with like the dress and whatnot. And we also get to see Ash wearing the dress as well, not in this Pokenchi preview, but in a previous trailer. So I'm really curious how things are going to play out when it comes to the comedy segments of this movie. After that, we end up arriving at the Azov Kingdom, and basically we see the prince alongside with Magearna and the main villain being Jarvis. But before we actually get to see Jarvis make an appearance, we actually get a little bit of a flashback giving us an idea of Magearna's past. And during this segment, we get to see Jolteon launch electricity into a pipe, I assume. And this electricity went to Magearna, which activated it. And now Magearna is basically alive. Anyway, after that segment was done, we get to see the prince talking with Jarvis. And Jarvis seems to be handing some kind of item to him from what it seems. I'm not exactly sure what it is. It looks like a drill. But after that segment, we get to see Magearna and Volcanion just basically united together. Now Magearna launches some flowers, and that was pretty much the end of that. But I do have to say though, if there's one thing I'm really excited for when it comes to Magearna's character, is that it doesn't really showcase much personality, and that's because of the fact that it's a robot. So I'm really excited to see like how Magearna's emotions are going to play out within the movie, because it doesn't express it. Yet I'm pretty confident it does feel emotions. We just don't exactly get to see it ourselves. So I'm really curious if that's going to play some major roles as the movie progresses on. I hope that's going to be the case. I want to see an emotional moment with Magearna at the very finale of the movie. If that turns out to be that way, only time will tell when the movie actually hits. But for now, after that segment, we get to see Jarvis using his staff and basically using the ability of a Mega Wave. I think it's called Mega Wave, and what this ability does is that it basically mega evolves all the Pokemon. Except the thing is, as you guys can tell from the previews that we've had and trailers and whatnot, they're being forced to Mega Evolve without the Pokemon really wanting to, and now they are under control by Jarvis. So basically, these Mega Evolution Pokemon are now causing chaos to the city and are going to fight against Ash and the gang. After this segment, we get to see Volcanion get dragged by Gengar's Psychic Attack, and this was where Ash decided to go and grab onto this rope, and he slides down, if I'm correct, or gets launched away by Volcanion's mist, and ends up getting tracked to Magearna. After that happened, Ash decided to go and grab Magearna, and due to the power of the device that Ash and Volcanion are attached to, Ash gets dragged back to Volcanion with Magearna, and there was a really great moment after this where you get to see Ash freak out, like I'm assuming the pain that just happened right there being just like crushed by Magearna and Volcanion is too much for Ash, and that was the end of that. But it was a really cool little segment right there. Like I mentioned before, we're going to see a lot of comedy moments, and I'm very happy with that. If Volcanion's here to provide some comedy as well as some really great intense moments in the movie, by far I think Volcanion's going to definitely be a great legendary. After that, we get to see Team Rocket actually being involved within the movie. They're going to be having a major role, and they are going to be working alongside with Jarvis to go and, I assume, capture Magearna. Now, the thing is, after this segment with the conversation between both Team Rocket and Jarvis, guess what happens? It is confirmed that Jesse and James are going to be able to Mega Evolve some Pokemon. Yep, ladies and gentlemen, they're going to be having the ability of Mega Wave under their disposal, and now are going to be able to Mega Evolve some Pokemon and go get those Pokemon and basically command them to do whatever Team Rocket wants them to do. That is insane right there. So yeah, Team Rocket are going to be a major part within this movie, and I'm very happy for that. You know, with past movies, Team Rocket usually are characters that are left in the side, and now we're going to be seeing them actually fleshed out within this movie, and that makes me really excited. You know, Team Rocket are technically main characters too, so they should definitely get some pretty big roles, and seeing them have the ability to go and Mega Evolve some Pokemon like this, I think it's going to be pretty exciting. So props to Team Rocket right there for having a major part within this movie. After that segment, we get to see some things that we've seen before with the Soul Heart and whatnot. But there was a really cool flashback where we get to see Magearna and the person who was responsible for creating Magearna. And then they look at, like, I think it's a city, but the city's all destroyed and just basically it is a mess. It's all in flames and whatnot. We don't really get much of an idea in terms of what went down and why all of this happened to begin with. So the movie will probably give us more information in regards to the events of what happened 500 years ago in the past. These are just some of my personal highlights that I got out of this Pokenchi preview and whatnot. So in the comment section down below, I do want to hear your thoughts and opinions about some of the things that I talked about here in this video, as well as, are you excited for the upcoming movie set to release in Japan next week? And unfortunately, like I mentioned, some of us are going to have to wait until the dub releases, or until I try to go and buy the Japanese Blu-ray and DVD combo box of the Magearna movie, which I want to do because I want to support Japan's content, and being able to do that, I think that would be a great approach. But anyway, that's the end of that. My name is KG Prestige. Thank you all so much for joining me here today, and I'll talk to all of you guys later in whatever video I make. Take care, everyone, and as always, have an awesome day.